1. Soybeans. Soybeans are basically the bodybuilder of the bean world. Small, round, and somehow always talking about protein. They are one of the rare plant foods that contain all 9 essential amino acids. That means your body can use their protein for repair, muscle support, and daily maintenance. But soybeans are not just protein pretending to be important. They also bring fiber, iron, magnesium, potassium, folate, and heart-friendly fats. That combination helps keep you full for longer, supports steady energy, and may help manage LDL, the so-called bad cholesterol. Soybeans also contain isoflavones, plant compounds that may support bone strength and help with hormonal balance, especially during menopause. So yes, soybeans may look tiny, but inside the body, they enter like a full nutrition package. 2. Black beans. A burrito without them feels light. A rice bowl without them feels like it forgot its purpose. That is the power of black beans. But the real magic starts after you eat them. 1 cup of cooked black beans gives around 15 grams of protein and 15 grams of fiber, so they keep your stomach busy and your snack cravings quieter. Their fiber slows digestion, which helps sugar enter your blood more gently after a meal. Some of that fiber also becomes food for your good gut bacteria, so your digestion gets a little backstage support. And the best part? It may also help lower LDL, the bad cholesterol. Even the dark color is doing something. That deep skin contains anthocyanins, antioxidants linked with fighting inflammation. So black beans are not just there for texture. 3. Kidney beans. Kidney beans are the bean that comes with a tiny instruction manual. Please soak me for 8 to 12 hours before cooking. Raw or undercooked kidney beans can seriously upset your stomach. But once you get past the preparation, kidney beans become one of the most impressive foods in the bean family. They bring plant-based iron to support red blood cells and help fight fatigue, plus folate, vitamin B9, copper, manganese, and magnesium. They are also packed with antioxidants like anthocyanins and isoflavones, which help fight inflammation. And then there is the fiber. Kidney beans contain plenty of it, which may support colon health by helping the colon function more normally. But kidney beans also hide a lesser-known nutrient. They contain molybdenum, a trace mineral your body uses in enzymes that help break down sulfites. Those are preservatives found in some foods. 4. Navy beans. Navy beans sound less like food and more like a bean that served 3 tours at sea. And that is not completely wrong. These small white beans earned their name because they were a staple food for sailors in the US Navy. They were cheap, filling, and apparently very committed to the mission. 1 cooked cup packs around 15 grams of protein and an impressive 19 grams of fiber. That makes Navy beans one of the heavyweight champions of fullness and digestion. But they do more than keep you satisfied. Research suggests Navy beans may help improve HDL, the good cholesterol, while helping reduce total and LDL cholesterol. And their resume does not stop there. Navy beans also bring folate, vitamin B9 for healthy cells, thiamine, vitamin B1 for energy metabolism, and a whole mineral crew: iron, magnesium, manganese, calcium, zinc, and potassium. For a bean that looks all beige and boring, that is a pretty serious CV. 5. Great Northern Beans. People often confuse Great Northern beans with Navy beans, and honestly, fair. They do look alike, but Great Northern beans are larger, firmer, and better at holding their shape. Navy beans soften and melt into baked beans or thick soups. Great Northern beans stay a little more composed, which makes them great for creamy soups, stews, and salads. And the best part? They give you that thick, comforting texture with almost no fat and 0 cholesterol. A half cup gives around 8 grams of plant protein and 7 grams of fiber to support immune function, digestion, cholesterol levels, and steadier blood sugar. They also bring iron for oxygen, potassium for blood pressure, magnesium for muscles and nerves, and calcium for bones. 6. Cranberry beans. Before cooking, cranberry beans look like someone spilled red ink on tiny cream-colored stones. Very dramatic, very artistic. but very temporary, because once they hit the pot, those beautiful red speckles disappear, and the bean turns plain beige, like it suddenly got a desk job. But that is when the nutrition wakes up. Cranberry beans become creamy, buttery, and slightly chestnut-like after cooking. 1 cup gives around 16 grams of protein, even more than standard red kidney beans, plus about 15 grams of fiber for fullness, digestion, and steadier blood sugar. They are also rich in folate, vitamin B9, which supports red blood cell production, and their copper content is surprisingly high, reaching over 80% of the daily value. That supports energy and blood cell formation. 7. Mung beans. Mung beans are the beans that disappear into soup, then come back as crunchy sprouts, like they changed careers. In many Asian traditions, they are known as a cooling food, the kind people reach for when the weather is rude and your body feels overheated. Science gives that idea a modern explanation. Mung beans contain antioxidants like vitexin and isovitexin. These help protect cells from free radical damage and may support the body during heat stress. They also bring folate, vitamin B9, which supports healthy cell growth and is especially important during pregnancy. And when mung beans sprout, their antioxidant profile gets even more interesting. So mung beans are not just light and easy, they're the beans that somehow feel refreshing. 8. Fava beans. Fava beans are the ancient beans that look like they were eaten by philosophers before meetings. Big, flat, earthy, and a little dramatic. They bring plant protein, fiber, folate, copper, manganese, magnesium, and iron. So they support fullness, red blood cells, energy, and healthy cell growth. But fava beans also have one unusual trick. They naturally contain L-dopa, a compound the body can use to make dopamine. That is the brain chemical involved in movement, motivation, and mood. So yes, this bean has brain chemistry energy. But here is the warning. For people with G6PD deficiency, fava beans can trigger favism. That is a serious reaction where red blood cells break down. So fava beans are not for everyone. 9. Lupini beans. Lupini beans are the beans that walked into a gym and forgot to leave. They are technically legumes, but nutritionally, they behave like a plant-based protein upgrade. Compared with many beans, lupini beans are unusually protein-dense for the calories. They give around 16 grams of protein in a serving, with a strong essential amino acid profile. So they are not just filling your stomach, they are helping with muscle repair, fullness, and steadier appetite. They also bring fiber, folate, magnesium, manganese, zinc, and iron, plus antioxidants like quercetin and anthocyanins, which help fight free radical damage. They may support inflammation control, heart health, and blood sugar balance too. 10. Adzuki beans. Adzuki beans are the only beans that can enter a dessert and not ruin the mood. In Japan and East Asia, they are often cooked into sweet red bean paste for buns, mochi, and pancakes. But do not let the sugar costume fool you. The bean itself is genuinely nutritious. Adzuki beans bring plant protein and fiber, so they help with fullness, digestion, and a steadier blood sugar rise. They also contain folate, vitamin B9, for healthy cell function, plus manganese, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, iron, and zinc. Their deep red color comes with antioxidant compounds that help protect cells from free radical damage. Beans are not glamorous, but they are one of the smartest foods you can add to your life. They feed your gut, steady your energy, protect your heart, and keep you full. Different beans do different jobs, but together, they prove one thing. Real nutrition often looks simple, but works quietly.